What would you do if a group of bikers showed up at your door to protect your child from bullying? Today we will tell you a touching story of school bullying and redemption that will touch you deeply. Stay tuned until the end because Marco's transformation will leave you speechless and there will be a surprise you don't expect. But before starting this incredible story, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates. Marco Rossi, a silent and diligent boy, attended school every day, but something was changing. School bullying had turned his life into a nightmare. Every day he returned home sad, with his heart weighed down by the words and actions of his companions. His mother, Maria, noticed the change in him. His smile was gone, replaced by a hint of desperation. Marco, who was once a cheerful and lively child, had become a shadow of his former self. Maria couldn't stand by and watch. He decided to intervene, speaking to the school principal. However, despite promises of action, the bullying did not stop. Marco continued to suffer in silence, his spirit slowly broken by the constant insults and physical attacks. The school days had become a torment, an endless cycle of insults and humiliations. Marco felt more and more isolated, unable to find a way out. One evening, Marco came home with a swollen lip and a black eye. The bullying had become physical and Maria knew she had to do something more. He decided to use his social media following to publicly speak out about his son's situation. With a heavy heart, he wrote a detailed post, explaining Marco's situation and asking for help. Within hours, the post went viral, attracting the attention of many people, including Sid Angels bikers against bullies. These bikers had a clear mission: to protect young people like Marco and fight bullying wherever it was found. And what would you do if your child was a victim of bullying? Write it in the comments and let us know your opinion. Community support is key. The Sid Angels, known for their anti-bullying efforts, mobilized immediately. Gregorio Carbone, the founder of the group, decided to take matters into his own hands. One Saturday, the bikers gathered outside Marco's house. Their engines roared, announcing their presence. The people of the neighborhood looked out the windows, intrigued by that unusual gathering. Marco, initially scared, was encouraged by his mother to go out. With his heart pounding, Marco opened the door and saw a scene he never imagined. Gregorio, with a warm smile, explained to him that they were there for him, to protect him and let him know that he was not alone. "You are no longer alone, Marco. We are here for you," Gregorio said in a reassuring voice. The motorcyclists welcomed him into their group, giving him a special t-shirt as a symbol of their solidarity. They formed a circle around him and prayed together, creating a deeply moving moment. Tears ran down Marco's face, not of sadness, but of gratitude. For the first time in a long time, he felt safe and supported. The Sid Angels decided to organize a special day for Marco. They took him on a motorbike ride around the city, visiting places he loved but had avoided because of the bullying. They stopped at a park where they had organized a picnic. During the picnic, Gregorio and the other bikers told their stories of when they were young and how they had dealt with bullying. Marco listened attentively, finding comfort and inspiration in their words. But before seeing how this incredible story ends, give a nice like and subscribe to the channel by activating the notification bell. Your support helps us create increasingly engaging content. With the support of the Sid Angels, Marco felt a new strength growing within him. The bikers took him on a ride around the neighborhood, their engines roaring like a warning message to the bullies. Marco was no longer alone. As they walked through the streets, neighborhood residents came out of their homes, clapping and showing their support. The neighbors' faces were filled with admiration and respect, and Marco felt for the first time part of a community that supported him. The following Monday, Marco went to school with a new confidence. His bullies, seeing photos and videos of his experience with bikers on social media, were caught by surprise. Their attitude changed radically. Not only did he stop the bullying, but they began to respect him, some even trying to become his friends. Marco walked through the corridors with his head held high, aware of the change around him. Teachers, seeing the change, began to take bullying more seriously. They organized assemblies to discuss the importance of respecting others and introduced new bullying prevention programs. Marco's story became a powerful example for the entire school. Students began to talk more about bullying, sharing their experiences and seeking collective solutions. Over the next few weeks, Marco noticed his former bullies trying to talk to him, apologizing for their past behavior. Some of them confessed that they had been pushed by the group and had never really thought about the consequences of their actions. Marco, with surprising maturity, decided to forgive them. This act of forgiveness not only eased tension, but brought the boys closer together, turning former enemies into allies. Maria, seeing the change in her son and in the school community, finally felt relieved. The solidarity shown by the Sid Angels had triggered a domino effect of positivity and change. Families in the neighborhood began to gather more often, organizing events and activities to promote respect and friendship among young people. The Sid Angels became local heroes, often invited to speak at schools and participate in community initiatives. The school itself was forced to take more serious measures. The principal, touched by Marco's story and the community's response, implemented new anti-bullying programs and organized regular meetings to discuss how to prevent such situations in the future. The transformation was underway, and it all started with the courage of one boy and the support of a group of big-hearted bikers. Over time, the story of Marco and the Sid Angels spread beyond the neighborhood, becoming a symbol of hope and change. Schools in other cities began inviting the Sid Angels to speak about their commitment to anti-bullying, and many parents were inspired by Maria's determination not to give up. The entire community began to see bullying in a new light, recognizing the importance of intervening and supporting those who are victims. The local authorities, impressed by the positive impact of Marco's story, decided to collaborate with the Sid Angels to create a larger-scale bullying prevention program. Workshops, meetings and awareness campaigns were organized, involving not only schools, but also families and local institutions. The message was clear: no one has to face bullying alone, and together we can make a difference. Marco, from a victim of bullying, became a symbol of courage and resistance. Her story inspired many other boys and girls to not give up and seek help. The solidarity against bullying demonstrated by the Sid Angels had transformed not only Marco's life, but also that of the school community. Students began to talk more about bullying, sharing their experiences and seeking collective solutions. If this story touched your heart, we invite you to watch the next video, where we will explore another incredible story of courage and solidarity. Thanks for following us. See you next time.